Thank goodness for the harness.
I know.
Oh my
I
gosh.
know it.
All right, 5:17, guys, kicking off our Friday here in the weekend. We've got normal summer weather, a couple storms here and there, plenty of heat, plenty of humidity. It just is really what it is this time of year down here. Let's take a look at radar because I do have a couple showers that have been forming down in our coastal areas just off Terrebonne Parish. A little thunderstorm has developed. Also have one little shower that has popped up more so into the marshy areas of Lafourche Parish, not really impacting anyone, just outside Little Lake there near Lafitte. And that's about all we have going on at the moment. Temperatures are in the upper 70s and low 80s, and we'll head to the low 90s today. I've got a 40 to maybe 50% chance of a thunderstorm today. Not expecting a washout, but there will be some rain again today like there has been the past few. Some hit, some miss. That's why we call them hit or miss. There's a low risk for one or two of these storms to be on the strong side. Same thing tomorrow, same thing Sunday. If you have outdoor plans this weekend, it is not going to be a complete washout. If you want to go to the pool, you will have plenty of dry hours, but it's that time of year. You may have to run in briefly as the storm passes through. Again, heavy rain, frequent lightning, and gusty winds are the main thing to watch out for. We don't have any immediate threats in the tropics here, but the National Hurricane Center is going to be watching this feature this weekend. If you've got travel plans down to Cancun or Cozumel, or maybe even down into Mexico here as well, we will watch this feature move over the Yucatan and into the extreme southwestern Gulf. It has a low chance of trying to spin up. Hurricane Center saying it doesn't have a high chance of doing it, but sometimes you can get these surprise systems spin up quickly down there as that moves towards the northwest. So that is not coming our way, but you may have noticed that big burst of showers and storms on satellite the past few days. That's going to move off towards the northwest there. There you can see rain across the Yucatan and then into the Gulf here as we go through the weekend before it moves inland. Notice some of that tropical moisture getting flung our direction, but the majority of that stays well south of us. What we're going to be watching in the tropics next week is an area of deep tropical moisture. This is going to really start to pool in the Gulf as we go into next week. Here we are towards the end of next week. Notice this thick corridor of tropical moisture. That means extra rain, and depending on where this sets up, it could influence our chance of rain. Now, it's going to be a close call because if all the heavy rain stays just to our east, there's a scenario where we may not get a whole lot of rain if that tropical moisture stays just to our east. Now, if it gets a little bit closer, then we may have a risk for heavier rainfall as we head towards the middle and end of next week. So we're talking about the 4th of July. I think Florida certainly has a higher chance of some heavier rain right along the coast and the Panhandle. For us, oh, it's going to be a close call here. These showers and storms, they are going to be sitting over the warm Gulf waters for multiple days. Could there be some tropical development? There is some scenarios where maybe a weak system forms, but I think this is going to be a rainmaker regardless of if you get development or not. It's just that time of year where sometimes rain is the main feature. So our 7-day forecast, scattered showers and storms all the way through the weekend and into next week. We'll keep an eye on that tropical moisture in the Gulf next week too. Our marine forecast will call for smooth sailing here outside of the risk for some showers and storms. Your high tide is going to be later this morning and your low tide is going to be later this evening.